Chapter 1222. Boss, when are you coming back? Farron's voice was heard on the phone. Wilbur said, I still have some things to handle here, and will need a bit of time. What is it? North Seacher ordered my father to go report in on his work and participate in their studies. I just wanted to tell you I was so happy. Farron's elated voice could be heard on the other end. Wilbur smiled slightly. If he was being asked to report and join a study, then it meant that he is about to get a promotion. With Oren's level, a promotion would mean something at the national level. It meant that Oren was about to step into a position of true power. That was wonderful news. It was no wonder Farron wanted to give Wilbur a call. It was because he knew that it was largely thanks to Wilbur that Oren managed to get to that stage. Congratulate your father for me. Once I'm back, I'll have a few drinks with him, Wilbur said with a smile. Farron hurriedly said, Sure thing, I'll be waiting for you to come back, boss. Wilbur hung up and smiled a bit. It definitely was a piece of really good news. After a while, over 10 executives all arrived at the meeting room. All of them had billions under their name and were all big shots in the business world. They were practically kings wherever they went. Yet, at that moment, they looked like children who had done something wrong in front of Wilbur. All of them lowered their heads, not even daring to breathe too loudly. They were still very weak. They had been summoned before they were even able to leave. However, no one dared to complain at that moment. That was because the person who had summoned them was the person who had killed Ferris and stopped the descent of the King of the End, as well as their savior. There was even a rumor that he was a descendant of the two who founded the Kiwanis Club. Wilbur looked at them and said slowly, Sit. Everyone sat down fearfully. Eileen and Brom sat on both of Wilbur's sides, not showing any emotions. Wilbur was silent for a moment before he said in a low voice, From now on, I'm announcing that I will take over the Kiwanis Club. Who is for it? And how many are against it? Everyone shuddered and immediately said, We approve. Was that a joke? Everyone had witnessed how strong Wilbur was. Furthermore, based on what Eileen and Brom said, he was the true successor of the two who founded the club. No one would even dare to oppose him. Wilbur nodded and said, Since there are no other opinions, let's stop this meeting here. As for how the Kiwanis Club will progress in the future, I'll notify all of you after I discuss things with Eileen and Brom. Yes, Chairman. Everyone immediately changed their term of address. Wilbur nodded and said, Dismissed. It was just a simple meeting, but the result of that meeting was a change of leadership for an organization as large as the Kiwanis Club. All of them bowed and left. Only Wilbur, Eileen, and Brom were left in the meeting room. Wilbur looked at the two of them and said slowly, The operation of the Kiwanis Club will still be managed by the two of you. Both of them nodded. Tell all of the members to help me gather ancient objects. If I see anything that catches my eye, I'll buy it off them for an appropriate price, Wilbur said. Brom said, Sir, the Kiwanis Club makes billions each year from membership fees alone. It's more than enough to buy you those things. But why do you want them? Wilbur stood up and walked to the window, looking at Magic City as he said slowly, I need to hurry up and improve myself. Only then will I have enough strength to go take a look at that world. I want to find out what happened to my parents, and if they're still around. Brom could not help but gasp at that. He did not know what kind of world Wilbur was talking about at that moment, but with Wilbur's skills, the fact that Wilbur still could not go, or did not dare to, was enough to see how dangerous that world was. Just then, Eileen frowned and said, Sir, you need to be careful.